Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to our live Unleashed unboxing. I'm Chris, the Batman statue collector. Right over here, Dan Default from Wayne Manor North. How's it going, Dan?
It's going great. It's like deja vu all over again.
It sure is. And the crazy thing is, this is our, or at least my, or ours in general, our third live show in a day and a half. So it's pretty crazy. We've gone live crazy for sure. But today, guys, I have a very exciting piece that I've actually had in the Batcave once. I had the prototype, but this is a piece that I actually debated on for quite a while. I had a lot of conversations with Dan about space and, is this one that really belongs in the Batcave? And at the end of the day, I ended up deciding to getting it, and it is the Penguin Samurai from XM Studios. I figure I'm getting all the other ones, why not? And, that's, at least I'll have it. And if I ever decide I don't want it anymore, at least I had it. It's like It's better to have and get rid of it if you don't want it later down the road, I guess. But anyway, hope everybody's doing great. I want to say hi to everybody. This is a kind of a bigger piece. It's going to take a little bit longer to put together than the other night when I just literally took my bust out of the box and set it on the table. That was it for my sideshow Harley Quinn. But anyway, I also want to apologize. I told Dan earlier before the show, I was like, I've had a migraine all day, so I might not be my normal bubbly self. But anyway, thanks for being here. Really appreciate everybody joining us tonight. Real quick, I want to say hello to a couple folks, and then we'll get started. Nico Beta's collection, a Brotherhood member. I'm getting mine in 3 days. Congratulations. That's awesome. Johnny, what's up, guys? Let's see how big this guy actually is. And that's the thing is, we've seen some photos where he doesn't look too bad. And then I showed you one, and you're like, holy crap, it's like bigger than the Joker. It's like, so I'm anxious to see how, because I want to set them side by side and see once and for all. Vein 21, we've got Borg Cube 1 of 2. Jonas is here. Johnny's in the house. Brotherhood member and just awesome person right there. Eric B in the house. We've got a Din in the house. Ron Sparkman, so many members tonight. Thank you, guys. JJ Marvel. Ryan Eckhart in the house. Finally, a penguin statue, sort of. Yeah, I guess you could say that. It's a penguin statue. Hey, Matt T. Thanks for being here, my friend. Late Night Trip is here. Seth is here. Benny Vogel. Thank you again. So many members again. Thank you, Benny. Julia is in the house. Hey, Julia. Wait, Sideshow's Con happening this year? Yeah, sort of.
You know what they need to add to chat? We need to be able to have photos in chat.
That would be awesome.
Wouldn't that be cool? And what made that come to mind is Julia, who you just mentioned in the chat. She posted a gorgeous Poison Ivy cover today in the Facebook group. And it'd be awesome if she could just share that out. So congrats, Julia, on that cover. That is a really, really nice one.
Yeah, that would be awesome. I don't know, like just from a producer standpoint, somebody might try to put something up inappropriate or something. So I'm wondering if there's like a system we could, approve it before we click apply or something.
Yeah, we could do that. If you got an admin on the chat, why not?
Yeah. The great thing about StreamYard, I'll say this, is they're always listening to feedback and they're always trying to up it. The newest thing you can add is you can add your own background music. So we could have background music right now while we're talking. So it's pretty neat. Stokes Collectibles in the house. Mike is here. We got Lucas. Critical Mass I saw. Where's he at? There's Critical Mass.
Critical.
Wayne Noon. Jason. Julia says, Chris, I can send it to you if you want to put it on the screen to show everyone. Yeah, Julia, why don't you just message me on Facebook Messenger. I got Lord Collectibles. That's pretty great. I love it.
Hey, Chris, I had a thought about that Harley statue.
Which one? The
new PF.
The new the Suicide Squad.
I liked it even better after I watched your video this morning. I think I'm going to buy it and make my own base.
Really?
Yep. I really like the pose. She looks substantial. She doesn't, again, I think she's bigger and more substantial than she looks in little pictures.
Yeah.
But I hate the base. I think I might, depending on the price point. If the price point is what I suspect it might be, then I will buy it and make my own base.
You think 580?
If it's under $600, I'll buy it.
Yeah, I think I bet 580.
That's kind of what I'm thinking. Yeah.
And some people have said, you're not alone. I mean, there's a lot of people that do not like the base.
Yeah.
And some people have wondered if maybe the Harley Quinn could be detached from it, but I don't think so. I don't think this doesn't look like, because it flows into that, whatever that is.
Oh yeah, it does. It kind of all flows forward and down, and
Yeah.
you don't get that in every pick, but yeah, I saw that even in your video. I could tell that. But I'm thinking of just kind of building a rather simple base that looks like maybe a hardwood floor with some metal work around it, and I don't think it would be too difficult. Her feet are kind of almost on an even plane, and one key probably with a peg. I think
that would be awesome.
Yeah. Yep.
Let me do this. I know this is off topic, guys, but let me load this photo for you guys that Julia just sent.
Yeah, it's really cool. There are some great Poison Ivy 1 covers out there, guys. If you're not collecting them, have a look. There's some beautiful ones. I've got the 3 Jim Lee book set is awesome. Jim's covers are great.
Awesome. Hold on just a second. I can't figure out where did it go? Where did it go?
Brain fog. We in the hood now, says Eduardo Segura.
I like it.
What's up, brother? Well, I'll share a book that I got while we're waiting.
Yeah, do that.
This is the 124 Jock foil variant. For any of you guys who have been seeing these in the Batman run lately, I think they started at about 121. It's hard with the glare. Oh, there it is. But this is the 124. I'm looking 125 and a couple of others, but absolutely gorgeous books. And while we're waiting for Chris to situate that picture, Chris, this is another book that I just got, Detective Comics. This is number 408.
Oh, that's awesome.
Neil Adams cover. And Mr. Delaney was the enabler on this one.
I have no doubt in my mind that was him.
I love this cover, but it's raw, but it is in gorgeous, gorgeous condition.
Even on vacation, he's making us, make
he
bad
really, 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 really is. Ooh, Paula was asking me about posting books. So the other one that came with that one is Batman 235. Another great kind of one of those.
Came as a set, huh?
Spooky Neil Adams covers. Yep, with Talia al Ghul. I think this is the second appearance of Talia al Ghul in comics.
That's awesome. So what statue can convert to make it look like that?
Not that that's stuck in Chris's head or anything.
No, it's not even a little bit. Not even a little bit. So here is the cover that Paula sent. I mean, Julia. Sorry, Julia.
Julia. Yep.
You were just talking about Paula.
Is that not stunning? And I can't remember for the life of me. That is signed, as you can see a signature scrawled across, and I can't remember the artist's name. Julia, put that in the chat. I can't remember the artist's
beautiful
name.
Cover.
It is gorgeous. Yep.
That's awesome. That's awesome. Well, thank you for sharing that with us. I really appreciate it. Anyway, speaking of Jock, I think that he's going to be at San Diego, so I'm really excited. Now, we were talking about the other night. Do the artists like Jock, do they have tables where you can just walk up and sign, or do they have like an artist alley, or is it not even like that at San Diego?
We do, but it's just a bit different. So they'll have some of the higher end artists like that will be in different areas. San Diego's not the same as New York in that respect. In New York, they are all the artists are in one area, one giant area. And it doesn't matter if you're Jock or if you're some newbie. San Diego was a bit different than that. The artists.
But you don't need like a lottery to meet them or something, right? You could just go and meet them and get something signed, or
I didn't need a lottery there, but
okay. I'm still trying to figure out how it all works.
I mean, I've got, Jock. I bought the Black Mirror Absolute book from Jock at his table.
Nice.
And not only did he sign it, but he also did like a doodle in it, like a little bit like a remark, a Batman remark in it. So, and he was awesome. I told that story before. I got somebody behind me pushed me into his table and knocked all his stuff over.
Oh no!
And he was awesome. He was literally standing right in front of me on the other side on his side of the table. And somebody pushed me in, and I went in, knocked everything over. And he was awesome about it. He was laughing his ass off. I got pictures of him with me and him shaking hands, and he's laughing his head off. So
that's awesome. That's a great story.
Yeah, he's a good story.
Well, anyway, we're here to unbox Penguin. Let's get to it, shall we?
You have your weightlifting belt on, and
I do. So obviously, the classic XM box. It's got the the metal corners, very very nice. Now this was a 78-pound box. So, he is a solid piece, without a doubt. Gives you kind of an idea how big this one is.
Yep. When I saw that picture, Chris, of him next to the Joker Orochi, making the Orochi base look small,
yeah,
that really is what sealed it for me.
Well, I mean, we have been debating because yours was more about space.
Mine's about space, yeah.
Here we have the parts list.
Also curious to hear your point of view once we've got him assembled here. What you think about eyeline on him? Is he kind of need to be up high, middle? Is he one of those that could do down low?
That is a great question. Because I have like my Catwoman and Harley up top. I might put him up top, and the girls down below. I'm not sure, but I might put him below. That's a great question. I'll have to figure out.
Yeah.
Here's the art print.
Yep, that's cool.
There. And it feels like this is a photograph, but it has been art like stylized.
Stylized, yeah.
So it's not quite as artistic as the older ones, I don't think. But whereas they're like those are more like paintings.
So Chris, my wife, so Renee is in St. Louis, your neck of the woods.
Yes, and I say not too far.
Not too far, visiting her family, and she is watching the show at her mom's house there.
That's awesome. Hey, Renee. Can't wait to meet you in the fall.
Yep.
All right, you guys ready for the great sound? Here it comes. XM straps. It's amazing how many years I wasted not hearing those straps.
I know, right? Yeah.
Very, very sad.
I hear you. Hey, I'm not that far behind you. It took me a while to get there too.
Oh, you should just feel the waft of statue smell coming off this stuff.
Fresh polystone.
Wow.
And I have to assume that is the polystone and not the paint, right?
Say that again.
I have to assume that smell is the polystone and not the paint, right?
I don't know. I always thought it might be the paint. Maybe it's a combination of both. I don't know.
Maybe it's the chemical reaction between the two.
Dan, this base is big.
Yeah.
I'm like looking at it, and I don't remember it being this big, but it's big. I might be in trouble.
Yep. Was it? Well, we'll see in a minute, but is it particularly deep?
Yeah, that's the problem. It's deep.
Because it looks round, almost round. When you see
it is almost round.
Yeah.
As I'm looking at it here. Yeah, I might be in trouble.
Another big honking piece.
And when you see me picking this out of here, you'll understand.
Oh yeah. Oh my God. Oh man, it's reminiscent of the croc thing. We did croc.
Yeah.
Look at that thing. Oh my God. Yep. That's huge.
It's a big one.
Boy, it is deep. It almost looks deeper than wide.
Yeah, let's measure.
Oh boy. Oh boy.
Before we even get to there, let's see. Okay, so let's just look at depth.
Well, that's a 24-inch table, no?
This is a 24-inch table. So we are looking at a little over, let me make sure I got that front part right. About 16 and a half inches deep.
Well, that's not too bad.
That's not too bad. What's Joker Orochi? Let's see that.
He's got to be about that.
Joker Orochi actually sticks out further, Dan.
Yeah.
With the snake head, it's almost 18.
Yeah, with the snake head, exactly. Right. The snakes stick out beyond the rocks or whatever.
So it's actually not as bad as I thought. So Joker's a little bit deeper in terms of width. We're looking at about 21. 21 inches in width. That's not awful.
No, not. I mean, not White Knight awful. You know?
Yeah, nothing's gonna touch that. These coins look great. Big nitpick on this base is the snow. Snow doesn't look amazing.
How does the snow look, Chris? Did they do a good job with that?
No.
Is it?
It's not amazing. It's kind of, I don't know. They added some blue to it to kind of give it that, but it kind of looks like, I don't know, kind of like frosting.
Okay. That's good.
But once you get everything on it, like it's just better. Like when you get all that stuff on.
Oh, sure. Oh, yeah.
This is interesting because when I got the prototype, this was separate. But this is actually included in the base now. It's the lid to the.
Oh, really?
Chest. I think it was just kind of leaning up on it. So I think that they've definitely added some things to made it better.
Did anything arrive broken with that prototype?
Gosh, and actually that was my very first Prime One or my very first XM piece. The umbrella, and I got that one. That was secondhand, even from Jim Mint, who did it first, I think. So I don't think there was a lot broken other than the umbrella. I probably should have watched the put it together video.
Probably.
But I never do. Look at that detail on that.
Yeah, that's gorgeous.
That detail there.
That looks like real wood.
So this is interesting. This is a change. So these, when I got the prototype, these were sculpted. And so these are real tassels, like real rope.
Those were sculpted on the prototype?
They were sculpted on the prototype.
Interesting.
I went back and watched. But look how ornate that is.
Yeah, that's beautiful. Look at that. Yep. They have really figured that, the ornate thing out. Yeah, they do a great job with all that kind of scroll work.
Yeah, they really know exactly what they're doing.
Yep.
So this keys in on that side right there.
Holy cow.
Other side here. So did you see my? I actually got this in yesterday.
Yeah.
And I got my Killer Croc in today. Did you see my pictures?
I did, and that was interesting.
Yeah, it was.
What the heck happened? Why would they have pulled it out of the shipper?
So the story on it was, and he was awesome, very upfront with me about it. He said one of the boxes, he said, and I'm assuming it was that one. He said one of the boxes, it was not great. Like the box condition wasn't perfect. And so what he did is he took the existing box and added some cardboard to it to solidify it, basically, to strengthen it.
Okay.
And so he sent pictures. It all looked good. It was taped well. But then when I got it today, my wife called me and she said, this one has no shipper. It's just the art box. I'm like, does it look okay? And she's like, yeah, the box looks okay. And then I got there and they literally, whoever took it off, took off the label and taped it to the top of the art box.
That's bizarre.
Very strange.
That is, I've never heard that before.
Yeah, I've never seen that done. I mean, I've had stuff open because of customs and stuff.
Yeah. Yeah. Wow.
But just crazy.
Got to give out a shout out to our good buddy Eric and fellow rogue. He is doing admin yeoman's work tonight.
Oh, he's doing some admin stuff, huh?
Yeah, we've got some shenanigans in the chat, and he's taking care of business.
Oh, more spam, huh?
I guess, but geez, yeah, even more than last night. A whole ton of it. Holy cow!
Thank you very much, Eric. I appreciate it.
Yep, spam central tonight, says Ryan. Yep.
Great. Here's one of the umbrellas.
Wow, that's bigger than I thought.
Yeah, it's
holy cow.
It's massive. But this is like, I think this is meant to be like his big umbrella shooter. And I think this is one that goes inside. Maybe. I'm not sure. I can't remember. I need to look. Yep. Oh, yeah. Here's the Easter egg. These right here. They super wrapped it up. I wonder if this is a separate piece. Got some cellophane on this. That's supposed to be to protect the hat, but so, you know, obviously this is meant to be more samurai times, but they have this Easter egg piece with the luggage.
Yeah.
And the actual top hat.
Top hat. That looks really good too. And
it's actually got a safe. And so this is hidden back in the back.
Okay.
So you really don't see it very well.
You're just going to have to put it in the middle of the room. That's all.
That's right. But it's meant to be hidden back there. It's meant to be like an Easter egg. That's cool.
Brenton Manor, what's happening? Good to see you, man. Dan, I'm 54 years old. Will I live long enough to see your room tour? Well, if you can make it to the second week of August, then yes.
I'm going to say, it's not too long now.
Yes, then yes, then yes. Wow, more umbrellas. Holy cow.
Umbrellas. And this one's kind of like got a greenish color to it. Green and gold on top.
Okay.
And to give you an idea of the size.
Nice. Wow. That's pretty cool. I don't know where they all go, but.
Yeah, I got to remember where they go. I don't remember.
Matt T. heading to Terrificon with Eric and I. We are going to have a BSC contingent.
I love it.
Yep. That's cool.
That is great news indeed.
Here, Matt. Awesome. Be there bright and early Saturday morning.
Got some more parts here. This is that ornate fan that he can carry.
Okay. Yeah, that's cool.
Right there. And this is the top of the money box that goes inside.
Wow. A lot of toys.
Very ornate. Yeah, there's just so much going on with this one.
Yeah. There it is, back in focus.
Was I blurry?
For a second, but then it went back.
Yeah, that's cool. Yeah, then you put this one in. So the money box lid goes first, and then the suitcases.
So this is slightly more complex than the Harley bus the other night.
Oh yeah, without a doubt. Thank you very much. I appreciate it. I was practicing. Good. I got my caffeine to see if I can help with my migraine.
Oh, yeah, that'll help.
special order, so thank you.
Yep.
All right, what else do we have in the bottom here? Something you won't see on a sideshow piece.
What is that?
Double barrel shotgun.
I was just going to say it's like a pirate pistol, like a flintlock or something.
Flintlock pistol. That's exactly what it is.
Look at that. That's cool.
Really nice gold coloring on it. Wood grain looks nice. That's cool.
So, Chris, Johnny in the chat wants to know, what other statues do you need for this line that you do not have?
I do not have, and I don't know if I'm going to get them, but I don't have Nightwing, I don't have Robin, I don't have Batgirl.
Yep.
Obviously, I tend to stay away from the good guys. I also have already ordered Scarecrow. I'm a Carfon, of course, sculpted that, and then I haven't ordered it yet, but I probably will. I don't know why I'm on the fence, but I should just order it, and that's the Red Hood.
Red Hood. That piece looks crazy.
Yeah, it's just going to be awesome.
And it's one of the rare ones that does not have a big footprint.
It doesn't have a what?
A big footprint.
No, it doesn't.
Face friendly. So
yeah, it is not bad at all.
I think you know what's funny is one of the other smaller footprint pieces. There's a couple. One is Batman himself, the original, the first piece. Not a big footprint, relatively speaking. And Poison Ivy's footprint's not that big.
Hers is very small.
Yep.
Catwoman's is pretty big.
Yep.
Deathstroke's isn't awful.
Isn't too bad, but it's not tiny, you know.
Yeah. Bane obviously takes up a lot of room.
Yeah.
And Harley kind of takes up, not a lot of depth.
No, just wide.
Just wide.
Yep.
And that's, I'm looking at like the Sean Murphy Joker back there. Like that thing has such a small footprint on it, it's perfect.
Yeah, love it.
Especially, when you know it's going to be right next to the Batmobile. Or the Bat bike, I mean.
Yep.
So what I'm taking out right now are the 4 pieces, and this is what I like about this, is that if you have the room, use these. But if you don't need to have them in. And that is the actual holders.
Oh, the carrier things.
The carrier things. So they are labeled, like this one's purple. So let's see, white. This one's white. So, it does add some width. So I will measure. Do you remember what I said the width was on this?
Well, is that direction? No, I don't remember what you said now.
Might be able to measure again.
You said the depth was 16, I think, or 17? 16?
Yeah, 16 and a half maybe.
Yeah.
Okay, so let me remeasure again. So if we're just talking about the snow, that was approximately
18.
For when we're talking about width, that was that is almost 21.
Okay.
But if we add these to it, we're now looking at 29.
Yeah.
So again, it's nice that if you don't have a ton of width, you can take them out.
Right.
And I don't feel like these add necessarily, it definitely gives it a little bit more presence. But you can easily take these out and it still look cool.
Sure. Yeah.
So I do like that a lot. That's nice. I think that's everything out of that box except for this. This is going to go right back in. But this one did come black.
Yep.
I do want to give a shout out. I did get this one from our friendly neighborhood retailer.
Oh, good.
Todd, amazing service as always. But here is what this plaque looks like.
Yep. God, they should really number them.
Yeah, I'm amazed they're not. It would be such a simple thing, although I would imagine it probably would have to be done by hand. but they're numbering them anyway by hand.
Right.
You know, they could just do it at the same time, but I kind of wonder if they regret not doing it from the start. But it's something too that you could number it yourself on the plaque if you wanted to, I guess.
Oh yeah, that'd be easy to do. Silver Sharpie or something, or a gold Sharpie.
Sure. I don't know if I would recommend that or not. I don't know if that will lessen the value, but it's your statue. You can do whatever you want with it. All right. So that is tray number 1.
Slim Boss, I do not have plans to pick up this piece at this point. I've got Red Hood and Scarecrow PO'd in this line, and I expect the only other piece I would likely add from this, depending on how it looks, would be Freeze.
Now, right now, you have said, on numerous occasions that you don't have the space. Yep. But also, it is not necessarily your favorite penguin design, I guess you could say.
Yes, that's true.
After that conversation we had last night, do you think at some point you might kick yourself and say, gosh, I should have got it?
I don't know. I haven't really changed. It's been, we've seen this piece and known about it for a while now.
Yes.
And I really haven't changed my mind about that. I mean, don't get me wrong, that could happen, but I don't anticipate it with this one. And it's not that I dislike it at all. It's a big space commitment. It's a big, collection budget commitment, and to only like it and not love it, I just, got too many other POs.
I just need to have you back to the Batcave so you can see it in person.
No, that's why I only visit once.
That's right, road trip. All right, now things are going to get interesting.
Oh boy.
Now we're getting the big boys out. And now that I'm seeing this again, there was an issue with this. There were like dynamite broken off of my prototype.
Oh, okay.
But again, I don't know if everybody understands, when you get an XM prototype, it is literally just like carved out styrofoam. Like there's no art box, there's nothing that's going to hold it together. So whenever you actually get it in production, it's the real foam, the real everything, which is awesome. I still think XM has the best packaging in the business. Isn't he fun?
That's and he's enormous.
Enormous.
He is an emperor penguin, so I guess he's got to be enormous.
Yes. I'm trying to remember which side he's on. I believe this side right here. And that has a foot key.
Chris, this piece was 1,600 plus shipping?
I think so, something like that, yes.
Yeah.
I clearly had that wrong. So he, I believe, goes in right there. Yes, sir.
He goes. Heard that.
There's penguin number 1.
And Django said, Chris is putting that in backwards.
Yeah. Thank God somebody knows. Like I said, I should have probably watched the videos.
Always a good idea. Important safety tip, boys and girls. Always watch the assembly videos.
I've been doing this for 6 years, Dan.
Yep.
And it's still amateur hour half the time.
Oh, the tray bearer.
This one, you put the fish in it. Yeah, this was the one that holds the tray. He stands up here, serving the penguin his sake.
Uh-oh. Well, kids, it's happened. And we are 40 minutes in, and the BSC is frozen. XM is really closing the gap on Prime 1 in the chat. Yeah, I'd say, they're neck and neck. The great news is they offer two different styles of statue, right, guys? I mean, it's pretty cool. I think just having the variety at the quality level that both companies are offering is awesome. Hey,
sorry about that, guys. Did anybody have 36 minutes in? We should start like some sort of like BSC drinking game or something. Like
it really should be.
Yeah. So there's another one right there. Obviously, he's got some of the rockets and dynamite in there, so we can put him into place. So this one should be correct. Maybe. Oh, now I gotta turn around. He goes like this. He's a guard. He must be a guarding penguin, or maybe he holds the sticks and walks. I don't know.
Chris, Johnny in the chat is saying that he says he sees that you dropped one of the shelves to make a 2-tier system.
Yes,
well, that's something that you do throughout the cave.
Are you talking about back there?
I'm assuming that's what he means. I'm not sure exactly what he means.
Or you mean like where I have it exposed, like back here?
I think that's probably what he's talking about.
So I opened this up just to see, because again, my cave is kind of narrow, and so you have to kind of be over there to be able to see what's underneath. Obviously, it gives me a ton of room. I don't know. I like the look of these closed cabinets better. But it obviously does give me some space. What do you like, Dan? Do you like the idea of them being open, or do you like the idea of it being, covered with just everything at waist high?
I'm a little biased because I go with open myself here in my room because I like that. But what that does is I think there's benefit and there's benefit and there's a little bit of downside. Not the downside. There's a challenge. The challenge is you have to find the right pieces that look good down lower, and there's fewer of those, out of every 10 pieces, only a few will look good down low.
And that's the thing is I feel like all the pieces that I would put down low are just like afterthought pieces. Like there would be, I don't know.
I don't treat mine like that. I think if they're set up right and, I think if you've got, I know I'm not articulating this well. If you set it up right, I think it looks nice. I don't, if you had them on the floor or something, of course, that's different.
Sure. I know what you mean. I can't remember how these go. Just like that.
Ryan Eckel asking, general question for New York Comic Con. When are the Rogues preparing to meet some fans on Friday? ? And I think everybody's planning to be there on Friday, right?
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah, we'll all be there on Friday, and I think maybe as we get closer to that event, we'll set up some times where we'll collect and meet up and have some fun.
Yeah, that's the plan, is to try to pick a space and pick a time and just hang out. That'd be fun. So,
we should. Just thinking out loud, Chris, about that. What might be fun is if we actually talk to some of our friends at XM, or and see if they'll host a BSC meetup in their booth. If it's okay, if we use their spot as a landing spot.
That would be awesome. I've been talking back and forth with Iron Studios. Actually, Iron Studios reached out and they've invited me to be on one of their shows.
Nice.
And they've asked me about San Diego Comic-Con, if I'm going to be covering their booth and things like that. So, having some of those contacts, we might be able to work something out like that. So
yeah, that would be fantastic.
Queen Studios, I know, we have great relationship.
Yeah, Queen's going to be there as well. Yeah.
Yeah. So that's exciting. I can't wait. But yeah, definitely there'll be definitely stuff that we have planned for you guys.
Oh yeah.
For sure.
Brad, don't worry. We understand what type of trolling that you do in the chat. All good.
Oh, here's the controversial piece, Dan.
Uh-oh.
We got the controversial one here.
Oh, no. Is it the paper umbrella?
It's not paper.
It's not?
I'm going to clear that up for everybody. This is not paper. This is, it's a fabric.
Really?
Yeah, this is a fabric.
Look at the size of that thing. Are you kidding? Okay, guys, there's your screen grab. There you go.
There it is. Everybody posted in the Facebook group.
Perfect.
That's perfect. Yeah. But this, I got to tell you guys. So having the prototype.
Wow.
I agree with a lot of you that I feel like XM probably should have said something about this change. However, the prototype was not good. It was, I mean, this, I don't know if I love this. This has got a big plastic handle on it.
Yeah.
But you hide it back behind everything. So you don't necessarily see it. There's a couple things right off the bat that I like better about this. Number one, and we talked about it with the poison ivy piece, all the art is beautiful on it, but whenever you hold it like this, it's plain on the inside. So it's very, I just wish you could see that art through.
Yep.
This you can't. I like that.
Yep.
With the prototype, you could not see through it.
Oh, really?
Same thing. It was super thick, hard plastic. And this actually had a plastic piece that was sculpted and then had polystone, like all of these prongs, it was polystone into the plastic.
Wow.
And all of those were broke and all of those wouldn't key in right.
Wow.
It was extremely heavy, and it just, the function of it, I could just tell from the beginning, because it, like, I got it again. I think I got it from Jim. It was broken for him. It was broken for me. I tried my best to repair it. It was impossible.
Yeah.
So I think XM probably figured that out. They're like, this is just not a great design. Let's do something different. Again, should they have maybe said something? Yes, but this is not paper. This is a fabric. It's, I mean, it's a thin fabric, but it's you know, it's cloth.
Yeah. It looks nice. The print looks nice and sharp, and
print is great.
Yeah.
And again, like I'm really glad that I had the prototype so I could talk about the differences. Would it have been nice maybe if it was still polystone or plastic? Maybe, but I feel like this right here is bigger, and it's definitely more vibrant, and I love that you can actually see through it.
Yep.
So if you wanted to have it back behind, you know, however you display it, I'm not exactly sure where you put it, but if you wanted to have it back there, you could still see the logo.
Yep.
So I appreciate that. And again, it folds up like a real umbrella. It's pretty neat. So pretty cool.
Yep.
So I'm really glad, because I was kind of upset about the paper thing too, but it's not paper. That's good news. All right, what are these little things? We got little, gosh, these are really tiny, whatever these are. Oh, we got little.
Oh, gems.
Little gems. Speaking of gem mint, so we've got a white one, and this is going to be a blue, right there.
Very nice.
Kind of reminiscent of the Catwoman from Prime 1. Had those same kind of gems. Got a gold chain that I think goes around his neck.
Huh.
Or if you have a Killer Croc premium format. We talked about last night. And what color do you think we have last?
The red.
We got the ruby.
Hey, maybe you could attach that to the new Catwoman.
That's right. That's right. Definitely looks better than Sideshow's attempt at that jewel on the front.
Yep. Shiny, shiny.
All right. Well, let's get to the big guy. Let's get to this guy.
He's going to be bigger than expected. Wow.
Got my little penguin baby here.
Yep. Look at him.
And then the back's really great, of course. It's too bad you don't see it.
Wow. It's cool that it's there.
But it is cool it's there, yeah. Very, very cool. And he's got a big giant key. Look at this. Look at the size of his key.
Good Lord.
So he's not going anywhere. That's
No,
for
he
sure.
is. I wonder why they made the key that large.
I don't know. He sits into this pillow. There's a pillow inside that's sculpted, and he just fits right down into that. Just like that. Got the great socks with the sandals. He is cool. All right, what's next?
All right.
All right, next up we've got just the lid. It's like that wicker basket lid
Okay.
right there. And that keys in onto here. And I believe something else keys in there, I believe. So you can have it on there, yeah. So it leaves it just leaves a bit of a gap.
Yeah, that's good.
So things hang out of it.
Yep.
I think the fish. Oh, I just see a green. I see a green here. We've got Wayne Noon, Brotherhood member. Thank you very much, Wayne. I think Wayne's been a member before, I think. Thank you very much. I really appreciate it. Thank you.
So in case anybody's interested, this piece is with the retailer that Chris mentioned earlier. This piece is in stock and ready to ship.
Yes. It is shipping right now. I did pin the post at the top of this live chat. So if anybody is interested, it is available. Mine was not in the first batch. I actually contacted Todd and he said, what's the number of it? But it like literally shipped, I think like a week later after the first batch. So the second batch came in really quick. Actually, my shipping actually went to my promotions folder in my Gmail. And so I didn't even know it was shipped.
Oh, geez.
And I just happened to see it and I clicked it. I'm like, oh my gosh, it shipped like 7 days ago.
Oh my God.
So anyway, pretty crazy. Pretty crazy. Okay.
Chris, Wayne Noon joined the Brotherhood.
That's what I just said that.
You did?
I did.
Was I just not paying attention to you?
Well, maybe it's like nobody ever pays attention to what I say. You know how many times I hear like, yeah, I just mute that guy and just fast forward until the review part.
That's all. Dance, monkey, dance.
That's what I do. So the jewel, there's a little hole here that goes right there in the. Let's see, I probably got my thing on here. I always sit my camera right on top of the darn laptop.
Of course.
So I don't know, it's right there.
There we go. Okay.
So you can take that one out if you want to put a red one or a blue one.
Wow.
Kind of like the red. So there's a little taste of them up closer. Again, you're not going to get any snow detail on this webcam, but I'll show you guys on the review, of course. All right. And here's another swap out hand. This is his revolver. So if you want to do that.
Which? Oh, I see.
I can't remember which pose I like better, but that goes into that hand. What is this? So I love these. These fish are hilarious. So he's taken all these fish and he's put dynamite in all their mouths. Just pretty great. And these are the ones that actually fit in that basket.
Oh, okay.
There is a key in there. So the key goes like that, and then you put the lid on. just like that. So fits right on top. That's really fun. I got this really tangled up. Sorry, guys. Isn't that cool?
That's fun.
That's fun. Okay.
Oh, Brad got the screenshot with you with the umbrella.
Oh, there you go.
Nice.
Thank you, Brad. So, found the tray. Here's another one of his hands. So this is one of the hands where he can hold something. I'm not exactly sure what he's holding yet. I can't remember. Maybe one of the umbrellas?
Probably. Oh, is that? Yeah, I know.
This is the tray with the sake.
Yep.
And you also, I think it has a gun too that you can sit on it on the top. Because he's like serving the sake and the gun to him.
Okay.
It does key in on the back to the penguin's feathers or whatever you call these. Let me see. Yeah, that keys in just like that. Perfect. No problem there. I do not see an individual revolver. Maybe it was this gun. Maybe the gun sits on top? I can't remember. I think maybe that's the case. Also got the katana sword.
Wow. So many people with this.
I think that's the pose that I liked. I think that you maybe do something like this. And then you had like the sword. Maybe not. I can't remember. There's another hand that I think that has the sword kind of down like this. I think I like that. Oh, this is the one that holds the. Yeah, that one is the one that holds the fan.
Yep.
Right there. Which that's a cool look too. He's got the fan in one hand, the revolver in the next. Although the revolver is definitely a more modern thing, so you might not want that in the shot or the pose. What's everybody talking about in chat, Dan?
Late Night Trip says, I'd say the Penguin is the best out of the line. If I only got one, he would be it.
That's pretty high praise.
That's high praise. Yep.
There's another hand right here. And then this one's really cool. It's actually got the ring on it.
Yeah, I like that.
I think this is the one I like. I think this is the one where he's holding the sword. So I think you can do something like.
I'm surprised the sword doesn't have a magnet in it.
Well, yeah, I mean, it's just a sword. There's no key on it. But I think,
it looks like it was meant to do what you just did with it.
Yeah, I think literally you just do that.
Okay, that
like
looks cool.
He's kind of like holding it like a
cane.
Cane, yeah.
Yeah, I like that.
And he's got his pinky up in the air with the diamond on it.
Yep.
It's a cool look. The fur on here is really cool. It's well sculpted. It's amazing that they're able to do that. It's really cool. All right. Getting to the head sculpts, I got a few more little things here. These are the fish.
The fish.
And there's there's 4 of them.
Oh, Brad Ladner's asking if anyone read the Penguin story in Batman 125 2 weeks ago. I would say if you haven't, do it. It's really good.
I have not yet.
It is really good. No spoilers, folks, in the chat, please.
Thank you, guys. So here's our little warped fish again with all of the little dynamite in it.
There you go.
So there's kind of 3 big ones and then 1 small one. And you put in the backpacks here. Or they're just sticking out of the fish backpacks on the penguins, which is funny. Let's see. I think this one, actually, maybe all of them. Let me see.
Wow.
Yeah, because these have the rockets in them. So actually, all the fish go in this one.
All the fish.
That's really funny, though. Again, I am all tied up here. Darn it.
It does look insanely good.
Plug my power source here. Sorry, guys.
Uh-oh.
I'm really wrapped up. Hold on. There we go.
Oh, no. Camera down.
Yeah, camera down. There we go. That's a better close-up.
There we go.
Isn't that fun?
That's awesome.
It's pretty funny. You guys can get a better, again, kind of a frosting. I wish there was more paint on it.
Yeah, that looks a little overly smooth. At least on camera.
But again, if you're looking at the snow, I mean, you're missing a whole lot.
It's not the focus. So
up top. Give you kind of a 360 spin of what we got so far.
Yeah, it looks really great. Django says he expect you to pick up the camera and knock over the table with the statue.
Oh, that would be not good. We do not need that to happen.
No, we don't. Wow.
So I think all the umbrellas, go inside. However, I think I think you can also do, maybe it's, I don't know if it was this one. I think you can do the same thing, or if you wanted to have the umbrella up front instead of the sword. I like the sword.
I like the sword too.
Yeah. Again.
Benny Vogel says he thinks that you're twisting his arm on this piece.
Ooh, I like that. I do like to enable. That's what we do here on the BSC channel.
That's what we do.
All right, we got portraits left. That's it.
There's more than one?
There's 3 portraits.
Oh, boy.
All right, let's look at number 1. And whenever I had the prototype, I think only one had a monocle. But I think with the newer version here, I think this one has, both of these have monocles.
BoardCube 1 of 2 asks, Chris, do you think that you could use that Hollywood prop snow on this piece, or would it damage it?
I think it would maybe be okay.
Yeah.
I would want to take it all apart first. Get all the accessories off. All right. So yeah, this is great. This is better than the prototype even, I think. Yeah, he looks good. Okay. So this is the first portrait. Right there.
I think the portraits might be the best part of this statue.
Portraits are great. So this one, he's got the double chin.
Yep. He looks awesome.
And I like it, but this is not my favorite. You also notice it's got the earring. It's real earring, and the real monocle. You can see this thing dangles down. No, it's trying to focus on me instead of the. Let's see if I can get my face off there. Does that help any?
Yeah, that's good. Yep.
So that's this portrait, and then this is the portrait I like better.
Okay.
I'll show you side by side. Come on, baby.
So a different hairstyle.
Yeah, a little bit different. Again, this one's a little bit more samurai.
Yep.
With his hair.
Yep. Both good though.
Both good.
Yep.
And then this is the
Shogun Cobblepot. Oh boy.
And I'm not a fan of this one.
Yeah.
But I'll show you what it looks like on him. It's definitely samurai inspired. But not my favorite. Definitely has a bird motif to it.
Yeah, the other portraits are so good that it's kind of a shame to cover it up, you know?
Yeah. Just realized my screen went off. Sorry about that, guys. Again, this is the portrait that is my second favorite. Got an idea what he looks like.
Yep.
And that looks good, but I like it. His teeth look really good. I don't know if you guys can see the teeth. It's really well sculpted. I just didn't want to focus on it. This is the one I like.
Yeah, I agree with you.
Just looks more sinister.
Yep.
It's a little bit more of a serious portrait. Get a little bit more of the samurai vibe. But I mean, it's quite a statue.
He's quite a statue.
I mean, there's a lot going on this thing.
Ton.
Talk about storytelling. I mean, it's just nuts.
Holy cow.
How much is going on with it?
Jason Lane says he saw this piece at NYCC. It's amazing.
That's awesome. I'm glad you saw it. It says the monocle has been applied wrong on that face. Change should be on the outside, not in towards his nose. Oh, I see what's happened. Actually, I can see.
Oh,
see how it's caught behind the monocle.
Yeah.
Let me see if I can fix it real quick. I don't know if I'll be able to, but I just think it got caught.
Yeah, that should just slide out right from behind.
Yeah, I just need to slide it out. But I'm gonna have to get like a tweezers or something. But yeah, that's just to slide through.
Yeah,
that's what's happened. The monocle is the outside is correct. But good, that's a good catch. I don't know if I would have caught that otherwise. Thank you. And I'm not going to use this portrait anyway.
Yeah.
But again, let you guys see it again, a little bit closer detail.
Looks great.
It's awesome.
Yep.
And it is, Dan. It's massive. I mean, you're not wrong.
Yeah, it's massive.
I know. I kept trying to shrink it for you.
It is massive.
But he's a big one. Again, I'm not sure where all the umbrellas go. I think maybe they all are inside. And I did forget to put the chain around his neck too. Let me do that real quick. Man, that is a strong magnet. Oof. I'm going to put this back down. Don't want to mess this up. I think it's one of those things where you put it on. Oh, it even magnetizes to the magnet. Wow.
Huh.
I'm not sure. You see that? It just
sucks right to the magnet.
It just sucks right to the magnet.
Wow.
If I wrap it around this, I don't want to scratch the polystone. There's probably a method to the madness. There we go. Let's get it up and over. Definitely means it's not going anywhere. There we go. And the chain's nice. That's a nice element because it matches the chain hanging down off its monocle.
Yeah.
So it just adds a little something right there, a little bit of gold up top.
Sure. Yeah, that's cool.
And you can kind of pose it a little bit if you want it. Kind of like want it off to the side or something.
Nice.
But man, he's impressive. Again, this is the very first piece I ever saw in person from XM. Looks really great. Paint applications are really great. Again, I think the snow is the weakest point. Unfortunately.
I do think you could fix that, but
yeah, that's the main thing is, you know, and I don't know if adding a snow effect to it would be the best option or not.
right, right.
But
I don't think. I mean, like you said, you're not staring at the snow either. So
no. But it is bigger than I remember, and that's the thing is like at that time I didn't really have anything to compare it to.
right.
I certainly didn't have any other samurai pieces in at the time. This is a big piece. I hope this fits.
Do you know who you want to put him next to? Anyone? Any character jump to mind?
If I put him up where, like right now, I don't know if you guys can see, I have Catwoman and Harley up there.
Yep.
And that's why I took out these shelves on the side. They're still, you can still see what the other shelf is. My plan is to putty that out and paint it.
Yep.
And put more samurai down there, and then have books down below.
Yep.
And so I thought, well, maybe Penguin would take up a whole shelf right there, and he might if he fits on that. I don't know if he will. If not, I had planned on putting Penguin up top, and then I'm hoping that maybe right next to him would be Scarecrow.
Okay. Yep.
And I think I could maybe angle this a little bit so that kind of this sticks out into the room, or I might have to take these off. I'm not sure yet. But that's kind of my thinking. Now, of course, I'll probably do either one of those choices, and either one will work out. That's usually the way it works because I don't actually measure. I just buy it.
Yep.
So, but I think he'll fit over there. If Joker will fit on that shelf, I think he will fit.
Oh, for sure.
Joker was deeper.
Yeah, based on those dimensions. Yeah.
And I got the width. But I mean, he might take up most of that space. I mean, it's big. But again, like I said, I can maybe leave these off. They are cool, but I don't know if they add. I mean, it definitely makes it look like a bigger piece, like a more impressive piece. But I do think if you take them off, I don't think you necessarily lose anything. But that's just me.
Yeah.
I mean, these are cool. They're so ornate. But
so the thing weighs about probably 70 pounds, right?
I bet a good 70 pounds. Yeah.
Yep.
I mean, and the base was heavy. It's mostly base. These pieces aren't too bad, and he wasn't too bad. But when you start adding everything on top.
Right.
But, and then of course, if you want to see what that looked like with the. Again, I'm not exactly sure how this goes.
I'm surprised there's no key or a peg for that.
Something kind of like that. I don't know. What do you think of that look?
Yeah, I mean, it just makes it look like that much more, substantial. That's for sure.
I mean, it adds a nice pop of color.
Yeah, that looks cool.
It does look cool, and I think you can even angle it, more back if you wanted to. I mean, you can literally kind of angle it however you want.
Right.
Again, I don't like the plastic on the bottom, but the plastic on the bottom is covered, so.
Yeah, you don't even see it. No. Yeah.
Or you can even have it. Sorry, I'm doing this with one hand, but. And you can even have it kind of folded back here if you wanted to do something like that too.
Yeah.
I like it open, but I think it's cool back there. It's not necessary, but you can have it if you want.
It looked cool opened up the very first way that you had it. I thought it looked really good. Kind of looks like it's supposed to be there,
Yep.
Yeah, I like that a lot.
I just had a plastic piece fall off. sure how it's in there. I mean, it is not the greatest quality thing in the planet.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's going to go back in right. I have to figure that out. But anyway, you can definitely do something.
That looks really good there.
Yeah.
That looks really good.
I mean, that does make it even deeper though.
Oh, it does?
So, I mean, that goes back off the back side. That goes back another 9 inches off the very far back.
Does it really?
Yeah.
Wow.
If you want an angle, if you go straight up, which I don't know if it would look as good straight up. I mean, that's still going to go off probably 4 or 5 inches, maybe. So that's going to make a difference.
That's going to make, yeah, it is.
Yeah. So if we look at that, again, very much approximate here. 26, 27 inches deep.
That's a big difference.
That's a big difference.
Yeah.
So you might have to give a little bit on this one
Yeah.
if you have it, but it's still an awesome looking piece, I tell you. It's definitely, I think, like the most going on with this one compared to all the other ones I have, and it is definitely the biggest. Again, I was trying to convince Dan, but it's big. I think you made the right call.
Yeah, I've got 9 POs right now. That's a lot for me.
Yeah.
And yeah. Don't get me wrong, you see something that looks this cool, and when I've got, I don't know how many, I think I have 10 of them in my collection, 10 or 11 right now. I mean, it's just like when you know how good they are in person. For those of you in the chat, if you haven't seen these in person or don't, have one in your collection,
yeah,
it's hard to put into words. There's nothing Chris or I can say that has the same effect as seeing it in person. I know how good this piece must be, even though I haven't seen it. And you want to pull the trigger so bad, but you got to prioritize,
Yeah. I mean, I really can't stress it enough, because before I was an XM owner, I didn't get it. I thought when I would see these in photos, I'd be like, I don't think that paint looks very good. I don't think it's this and that. But then when you have it in hand and you're like, oh my God, this company, there's a reason why they're more expensive.
Yep.
There's a reason why when you compare one of these next to sometimes other, not always, but sometimes there's more base, there's more intricacies in terms of paint and detail.
Yep.
And again, it's really hard to display. It's really hard to explain unless you've physically seen them in person. For sure.
100%.
It's an awesome piece. It's very, very cool. And I'm glad I picked it up. I know I was kind of hesitating on this one a little bit. Again, my biggest nitpick is the snow, but there's so much going on, you don't even really look at the snow.
Right.
And I'm not the only person that said that. Like, it's, I think it's pretty commonplace. Or like, the snow could have been better. And again, maybe that's something that could be done. I think even if it just had a little bit of paint texture to it, like a little bit more blue. I need to get Eric down here.
That's all.
Do some airbrush.
Eric B. airbrushing.
Yeah. Because he's incredible. But there it is.
There you have it, folks.
There you have it, folks. That was fun. Anyway, I thank everybody for tuning in with me. I really appreciate it. This was a really fun to unbox, and I think I did fairly okay without knowing how to put it together. I guess I did kind of with the prototype. But again, that was trial and error too, because when you get a prototype, you don't get any instructions. So
it seemed to go together really well, though. Everything seemed to key in real nice, and
yeah, I just got to remember where all the umbrellas go. I think maybe they just go in the background or something.
probably, yeah.
Or maybe you can just or maybe they're even like, you can kind of like have them stacked up.
Yep.
You can probably put them wherever you want to.
Yeah, the little proximity pieces.
Yeah, and there's a flat piece. I don't know if that might be a magnet. I'm not sure.
That might be a magnet.
There might be a dedicated spot. I'll have to look at the photos. But anyway, I want to thank everybody for tuning in. I want to thank Dan, of course, for being here with me. It wouldn't be a samurai unboxing without you, sir.
Always fun. Always fun. And we've got more coming down the pipe.
We do have more coming down the pike. Obviously, Red Hood, I would assume. Do you think he'll be next?
I think we have a possibility to see Red Hood and Scarecrow in this year. I think
there's a good chance.
Yeah.
XM's doing a really good job of getting stuff out really quick.
They really are.
Sideshow too. I mean, both companies and even Tweeterhead. I know Tweeterhead has been trying really hard. Of course, just difficult with stuff going on in the world. But yeah, we definitely have some exciting stuff coming up for you guys. In terms of live unboxings, I've got Killer Croc. I'm going to be live unboxing maybe Monday night, maybe Tuesday night. I see Matt T still in the house. Matt T is getting his Huntress from Sideshow in. And so Matt and I are going to live unbox that one, I believe, Tuesday night.
Awesome.
And then after that, I've got three XM Studios prototypes to unbox for you guys as well and review. So things are just heating up here on the BSC channel, that is for sure. So, of course, in between all of that, I'm going to San Diego Comic-Con if you guys missed that. So I am going to be covering every single booth. I'm going to cover every aspect of that darn place. And I'm going to try to take it all in because I'm very excited. Of course, I'm going to be hanging out with Jeff Delaney from Secret Sanctuary, so that's going to be great. Todd hit me up. I'm going to hang out with Todd. I'm going to hang out with Dave Igo. I'm going to hang out with Chad from Tweeterhead. It's going to be just a blast. And Dan, I wish you were there.
Yep, I wish I was there too, but we've got other great stuff coming up. We've got Matt, Eric, and myself, and hopefully others. If you're in the Connecticut, New York, tri-state area, we'll be at Terrificon, which is, I think, regarded as one of the best comic book focus shows in the country. So we're going to have a chance. I know we're going to see Very Gary from Very Gary Comics will be there, and others. So a whole bunch of cool artists are going to be there. So we'll have coverage for the channel from there too.
That's awesome. I can't wait. And again, that show just sounds amazing. And then, of course, that all leads up to the fall, and we're going to go do New York Comic-Con all together. So
it's going to be huge. I got confirmation. Our friend George Raw is coming in.
He is coming officially.
He is officially coming. He's been messaging me, and yep. So he's coming in, and others. Yeah, it's going to be a blast.
So you know what? Basically, at this point, and I don't have very much of an ego, but we're not calling it New York Comic Con anymore. We're calling it BSC Con.
BSC Con.
That's right. Brotherhood of the Bat Con. I like it. What do you think?
Absolutely. There may even be T-shirts, folks.
Oh, that would be. Oh, we should do that. Absolutely, we should. Oh, there's so much going on. So that's fantastic. So anyway, it's going to be one heck of a couple months here on the channel, that's for sure. And again, thanks everybody. Really appreciate your continued support. Thanks to our new member tonight. That was fantastic. And we'll see you soon in the Batcave. Good night, everybody.
Awesome. Good night, guys. See you.
Review coming soon.
Yeah, absolutely.